We arrived at Jerusalem's Dung Gate, one of 7 gates into the Old City. 2,000 years ago, these stairs led to the sacred site of the Temple, the Jewish holy shrine first built by Solomon. Jesus would have walked this same route during his visits to the city. Our pursuit of Abraham led us through the Jewish and Muslim quarters toward the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is located in the Christian quarter. So this distinction between the Jewish quarter, the Muslim quarter, the Christian quarter, and the Armenian quarter, when was that made?
That is last century's arrangement, though there were quarters even before that.
Last centuries means when?
Say 300 years.
The church is divided into different areas, each controlled by a rival Christian denomination. Holy Sepulchre stands over the places where it's believed Jesus was crucified, entombed, and resurrected. From the earliest years of Christianity, parallels have been drawn between Abraham's near sacrifice of Isaac and God's sacrifice of Jesus. We listened to a priest reading Abraham's story in ancient Greek.
And Abraham built an altar there, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar. And Abraham stretched out his hand and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham, do not lay your hand on the lad, or do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. Then Abraham lifted his eyes and looked, and there behind him was a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. So Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up for a burnt offering instead of his son.
Abraham's near sacrifice of his son is one of the most profound stories in the Bible. And we were now about to go to the very spot where it's believed to have occurred, the Dome of the Rock on the Temple Mount. Because each religion considers it so sacred, the Temple Mount has become a notorious symbol of tension among Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Bloody violence has flared up in recent years, and non-Muslims have been forbidden to enter. Security was tight. But finally, we were allowed in. We were the first Western crew to be admitted in years, we were told. This may be the holiest place in this holiest of cities. For Jews, the site of Solomon's temple. For Christians, where Jesus walked. And for Muslims, the oldest surviving Islamic monument, the Dome of the Rock, built to commemorate Muhammad's night journey to heaven. Though it's considered one of the jewels of Islamic architecture, the dome is most extraordinary because it's built over a bare patch of rock. On this very spot, Abraham is believed to have brought his son Isaac and prepared to follow God's overwhelming command. And therein, I realized, lay the power of the story. As we read it, we can't help but ask, what would I do in this situation? You used to take these biblical walks with your father. What did he think of Abraham almost killing Isaac?
My father loved the story because it was the peak of Abraham's experience. In Haran, Abraham had a test of faith, but he got something in return, a nation. Here, he did it with no return. It was pure faith.
But there is this question. You're a father, you have a son and 2 daughters. Would you do it? Would you kill for God?
I don't know. For me, Abraham is unique. very special. That was the beginning. And I believe that today, God wouldn't put such a challenge in front of anyone.
For me, the answer to this specific question didn't matter so much as the fact that it forced me to examine my own relationship with God. When I first set out on this journey to the roots of the Bible, I didn't know what to expect or what I would find. And now, though I'm only partway through, the Bible no longer seems distant to me. The stories are not happening to some faraway people in some long-ago place. By visiting these places, I feel like I've entered the Bible. What I had discovered by walking the Bible is that the stories are universal and have the remarkable ability, thousands of years after they were first written down, to become personal for each of us. My geographic adventure was turning into a very different kind of journey. These stories are only the beginning of our journey. Our next adventure takes us to Egypt to retrace the dramatic story of Abraham's great-grandson Joseph. The killing of the firstborn son, what caused that? And his powerful dreams and visions. Into the great Nile Basin, where among its reeds and shallow waters begins the story of one of the Bible's greatest figures. It's the next chapter in the greatest story ever told.
Walking the Bible is available on videocassette or DVD. The companion book to the program is also available. To order, call PBS Home Video at 1-800-PLAY-PBS.